Welcome back guys to another gold mining video. So I've been running paid through the wash plant for a few days now, and we're finally getting close to a cleanup, which I am pretty nervous about because the cut we're in right now was previously mined by the former owner a few years ago. So there's a possibility that all the gold was hauled out of the cut. I'm just hoping by me going down to bedrock I was able to get some gold that they probably missed. And here we go guys. So it's been a few hours, but we are finally putting the last bit of pay through the trommel. I'm just going to let it run out, turn off the generator, bypass the water so I can go check the mats for gold. I got roughly 60 hours put on the trommel. I'm hoping we got at least 20 to 30 ounces just so we can start getting some money to upgrade our equipment. Anyways, I'm just going to turn this valve. There we go. Now I need to grab some buckets and get to cleaning. Alright, so I finally got the sluice runs cleaned out and we ended up with 3 tubs of concentrate, which I'm hoping is filled with gold. But now that I'm looking at it, I don't see any major gold flakes. Uh-oh, this could be bad, but I won't know until I wash it. Good thing we got a gold room here, so I don't need to run to town to get it cleaned. Because with the road ban till June, the only way for me to travel is by plane, and if I went to town and turns out we only get a couple ounces of gold, I would lose money because it's not cheap to fly a plane to town. Well guys, it's been a few hours. I got all the dirt separated from the gold, and to my surprise, it looks like we did alright for our first cleanup. We got roughly 22 ounces just from our few days of running the leftovers of the previous owner. Not too bad for no drill reports. Anyways, I am pretty tired, so I'm gonna go get some sleep. Well, it's the next day. I am beat, so I got some big plans for today. I'm going to run to town and sell our gold. I went online, seen the gold price is up to $4,400 an ounce, so we should get close to $95,000. I wasn't planning on going to town until we had 100 ounces, but I do need to upgrade some equipment, so that $95,000 would help me big time in getting a rock truck, and I would still have money left over for a dozer if one comes available. I called the previous owner last night just to see if he knows anybody in the area with a dozer that we could buy within a few days, and he told me there is a fuel truck here, so once we get back we do need to top up the equipment so we can start going again. See, when I first bought this property I got confused. I thought he said there was tanks on the property, so we would have to travel down to them to fuel everything up, but this is going to be game changer because now we can drive the fuel truck to the equipment down the cut. Just save some time. So besides going to town just to sell the gold, I need to go there, get some more water, because up at the camp we're at right now, there is no well, no good drinking water around. So I gotta fill up these jugs I got in the back. I got roughly 8. I'm hoping that's gonna be enough until the road ban is lifted. When I first came up here, I didn't realize there was no well, so we were really being careful with our water because we didn't have that much. And after driving for 2 hours, I'm finally at the airstrip, so I'm gonna pull up right next to the plane, get the gold taken off, put the jugs in the back. I'm hoping there's enough room there, and hopefully we're not going to be overweight. I don't know what the weight restriction is on this plane. It can't be that high because it's not that big. So 8 jugs of water is probably going to be too heavy for this plane, but the thing is, I need this water so I can last till June. So we're going to have to take the risk, and hopefully we're not going to be overweight and crash. Alright, so I got everything loaded into the plane, so we're just going to shut the doors on the SUV, move it away from the runway, that way it don't get hit, and then we're going to take off and head for town. We're going to have to do our pre-trip on the plane, make sure everything is good, the fluids are topped up, and I need to try to calculate the weight of the cargo we got, which I don't know how to do, so I'm probably going to just avoid that part and hopefully nothing goes wrong. Everything seems to be good. I checked all the fluids, they're topped up. I got my flight plan mapped out, and I contacted the Elk River control tower so they know we're going to be there within a couple hours. So I'm going to back out onto the runway, make sure we can get enough speed to take off. Well, here goes nothing. Let me flick this switch here, throttle up, make sure there's no planes trying to land, and pray we don't have too much weight on. So here we go, we got liftoff guys. So that went a lot better than the first time. So right now we got roughly a 2-hour plane ride to town. We're gonna go over there, sell our gold, get all the stuff we need in town, then we're gonna head back over, try to go look at that rock truck if it's not too late. So I just made $95,000 selling our gold, and we're on our way back up to the airstrip, so we got roughly 35 minutes left to go. I was in contact with the guy with the rock truck, so once we land we're gonna go over there. It's not too far away from our claim. We're gonna look at it and hopefully we can get it for a good price. Well, this landing's gonna be rough. Oh guys, I am actually shaking right now. That was the worst landing possible. I forgot to throttle down, so we went at the runway really fast. We barely made it, but at least we're on the ground. But I mean, for my third time landing a plane, it wasn't the worst, but it also could have been better. Okay, so I got the coordinates put into my GPS, so it don't seem like it's too far away from my claim right now. It's roughly an hour past it, and it's on side the road, so we're gonna head over there, have a look at this rock truck, make sure all the tires are pumped up. There's nothing too major wrong with it. The guy said I could try it out for a couple of days and decide if I want to buy it. So I think that might be my best option. That's if we can get it up and running, because as of right now, it's been sitting for 2 years. The battery could be dead, the fuel could be bad, there could be something wrong with it, and I don't have the tools right now to fix it. So hopefully we go up there, it fires right up. That road was so rough, but we're finally over here. Let's get out and take a look at this. So we do have this Cat 725 rock truck. It's definitely a big upgrade from the one we got now. I'm looking at the tires, everything looks to be good. We do have a tailgate, which is going to come in handy because the cut we're in right now, the road isn't the best up to the plant. It's pretty steep, so this tailgate is going to keep most of the pay in the truck. Anyways, we're going to hop inside. Hopefully we can get everything fired up. Let me just turn the key. Alright, so we get that fired up. Let me just go back and forth, make sure the steering is good, and then we're going to drive it over to the claim. So it took me an hour to drive over with the SUV. This right here isn't that fast, so it's probably going to take roughly 2 hours to get there. Then when we get there, we're going to get everything topped up with fuel. The excavator's getting pretty low. The wash plant needs to be topped up. I gotta go over and see that fuel truck, make sure we can get that up and running, and that way we won't have a problem until June. There should be more than enough fuel in the tanker to last till then. But if you guys are enjoying the mining series and would like to see more mining videos in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. The road into the mine is super steep, guys, so I got it locked into 6-wheel drive right now. We're crawling up. That's one thing I'm gonna have to get fixed up if we do stay on this property for the next couple of years. The road into the mine is the switchback right here, and it's just super steep. It didn't really do its job. Usually when you get a switchback, it's less strain on the vehicle, but this one right here is just terrible. We're gonna get that fixed up, but that's not gonna be until we can get this mine up and running. Alright, so we're just gonna leave the rock truck down here in the cut. We're gonna go over to our track dump truck. We're gonna get that brought up to the laydown because I'm hoping I don't need to use that anymore. We're gonna keep that as a backup for now, and hopefully if everything goes well, I could probably sell it within a couple weeks. That should be good right there. So I'm gonna go over, grab the excavator, head to the cut. I'm gonna have to check out to see how much fuel we have in the excavator just to make sure we get enough to run for a couple hours. So let's hop in, get everything fired up. So it looks like we got roughly a quarter tank of diesel. That should be more than enough to get us going. It should be able to get enough pay brought up here that we can run for a couple hours. I don't really want to grab the fuel truck and bring it down to the cut because the road there is super muddy and greasy, and the last thing I need to do is crash that. So if we do need to top things up, we're going to do it up here by the wash plant. And finally we're down by the cut. So as you guys can see, we did put a big dent into it. We're down to bedrock over there, so I think within a day or two we should have this whole cut mined out, which is good, but it's also bad because as of right now we don't have any other ground open up. We're gonna have to spend probably a week getting that cleared out, and I don't have a dozer right now, so if I had to use the excavator, it's gonna take a lot longer. And I've been searching for a dozer. I'm having no luck right now because of the road ban. I can't go to a dealership. I can't find one in town. I gotta try to find one within probably a 2-hour radius of here because that is the only road open up, and you can't bring a dozer up by plane. I mean, not that I can afford or that we get the landing strip for it. So I've been asking around to my neighbors to see if they got one I can rent or buy, but as of right now I'm having no luck. I'm hoping I can get one because I needed one yesterday. If I don't find a dozer within the next few days, I'm going to be forced to use the excavator and rock truck, try to open up some more ground. And speaking of ground, guys, I don't know where to open up next because there is no drill reports up here. I don't know where would be the best spot. It's all going to be a gamble because like I said, there's no drill reports to show where it is, but I'm thinking my best option would probably be down at the lower end of the property. The way I'm looking at it and the way the ground looks from here, I think when the glaciers melted, it pushed all the gold-ridden dirt into this valley down here. There should be a good deposit down there. I'm thinking it's going to be more than this cut up here, and where I can't get a drill up to the property until June, and I can't wait that long, so I think my best option is to go with my gut and and just go to that valley down there. But the thing is, there will be some challenges because we're going to be further away from the plant. Our cycle time is going to be double just to get the pay up to the plant. And to top things off, if I don't use a dozer to clear the land, it's going to take me 2.5 weeks with the excavator and rock truck. So I really got to try to get a dozer just to make it easier on me. I can get all that stuff done within a week. So after I get all the pay brought up, we're going to start firing things up. I do have Wi-Fi up by the wash plant, like we're able to get it from the camp. So I'm going to start messaging around, trying to get some contacts and see if we can get a dozer. It's been roughly 2.5 hours and I think I got more than enough pay brought up to the wash plant. So we're going to park the excavator for now, get this last load brought up, then we're going to park the rock truck, come down, grab the excavator, go up and try to get a bench made. That way we can start loading this pay through. I'm thinking I got enough to last me roughly 8 hours. We did put a big dent in the cut down here, so I'm thinking one more day of hauling, we're going to be down to bedrock in this whole area, and that means we need to open up another cut, which is going to be fun. Well, I'm just going to park the rock truck here for now, hop in the excavator, get up, and get everything going. So I must say, I used that rock truck for a couple hours now, and it was definitely worth it. We were able to bring up triple the amount of material we could with our other truck. It's definitely something I'm going to be buying. I do need to talk to the owner later on. Right now, he wants $50,000 for it, which I think is a bit high. I'm willing to pay probably $45,000, and it's been sitting for a couple years, so I think he might go that low. I mean, it is only $5,000 less, and the rock truck's been sitting for a couple years. I think he would rather have the money than something that's just going to sit for more years. I'm just going to get that shut down, and before we start making the bench, get everything fired up, I'm going to go over, try to find this fuel truck because the wash plant and excavator is pretty low right now, and I want to make sure I can run for at least 8 hours. I don't see it back here. Maybe it's up on the road in the back, somewhere on the back side of the property. So let's go up here, walk down the road, and hopefully we can find it. Wait a minute, I think I see it. Oh, thank you. Oh guys, I was getting pretty nervous because we don't have a lot of fuel in the excavator. The wash plant is on empty, so we definitely need this right now. Is it going to start? I'm not too sure, but overall it looks to be in good shape. It's just really dirty, and I'm going to have to check the tank later on. The owner said it was full before he left and sold it to us, so we're going to get this fired up. Let me just turn the key. Okay, so close. There we go. Alright, let's put it in gear, get on our way down to the wash plant. I am going to take my time because where it's been sitting for a while, the brakes are probably not the best right now. And the last thing I need to do is go down, crash with a full tank of fuel. Easy, easy. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. The brakes aren't the best right now. So we didn't really make that turn. We're going to have to back up and pull in again. And then we're going to go over, get the generator topped up, excavator, and we still got a nice bit of daylight left. We're going to keep running until we pretty much got all the pay put through the plant, and that way we can start fresh tomorrow, get the rest of the pay down in the cut brought up, and after that it's going to be finding new ground, get that opened up, which I do have an idea where we're going to go. It's just how long is it going to take me to get there? That's the big question. But anyway, I finally got that topped up. We're going to go over to the excavator, get that topped up. I don't think it's going to use a lot of fuel. This tank here is pretty big, and I did check it out. It was full when we started, so we definitely got enough fuel to keep going. The only thing is, when we get the dozer, dozers burn a nice bit of fuel, so we got to be careful not to overuse it. Try to make sure everything we're doing is right. We got to conserve our fuel as much as possible. We got to try to make it to June, and the only way to do that is to make sure we're not oiling machines or using it when we don't need to be. But anyway, we got everything topped up. We're going to park this over at our new laydown area, and then we're going to go over, get this bench built, get everything fired up, run this pay through the plant. I'm hoping with this cleanup right here, after we get all this pay put through, we're going to get close to 20 ounces like last time. I'm hoping by the time we get that cut down there clean up, which we're going to call the last cut, we're going to get close to 80 ounces if everything works out the way I think it will. And that's going to be enough money for us to make sure we can get enough fuel after June, and we can buy probably a new wash plant because this one here is working right now, but the yardage we can put through is not the best. So that's something I would like to get, is another wash plant. But we do have other things we need to get first. We need to get a dozer, we need to get some drilling done, and we need more fuel. So once all those things are done, maybe we can start looking into a wash plant, but for right now, I think it's best for me to keep this wash plant just to save some money unless something breaks that's going to cost me a lot. So we finally got everything done up here. We get the bench made. I'm going to hop out of the excavator, go over to the generator, get that fired up, go over to the bypass, get that put back on, make sure we get the proper water pressure, everything looks good, and then we're going to hop back up in the excavator and start running this pave through the trommel. So we get enough to run, I'm going to say 8 hours ish if everything goes good. The yardage on this plant, like I said, isn't the best, so really if we had a better wash plant we could run all this through probably in half that time. But if it's going to save me money to keep this one for now, I'm just going to have to keep it because there is other stuff, like I said, we need to get. There's priorities. The wash plant, we got one right now, so that's not one. I'm just looking at the ground we're going to go to next, and it's going to be a lot of work for one person, so I think my best option is to hire somebody on next time I go to town. But the thing is, where the season already started, a lot of the good workers are already on mine site, so probably not going to get the most experienced guy, but that's okay because I really don't have that much experience mining. I just need somebody that's going to be a hard worker and willing to learn, so we'll go from there. But I got to get a good cleanup before I can do that. If I can get close to 100 ounces just from the last cut, that should be more than enough to pay somebody to come up here and give them a gold bonus at the end of the year. So everything else will be profit on the next cut we're going to be doing. It's been a couple hours. It's pretty dark. I'm super tired, but we still got a lot of pay to go through. I don't want to give up yet, but I am falling asleep. So I had to stop for a little bit, go grab a coffee, go for a walk, try to keep myself awake so I can finally get all this pay put through the plant. I am so tired. It's pretty much midnight, guys. I've been running for I don't even know how long right now. I'm starting to see double. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the rest of this put through, but we did put a big dent into the pile we had here, so roughly an hour tomorrow we could probably get it done. I wish I had more energy. I would get it done tonight, but it's starting to get dangerous. I'm super tired. I fell asleep, so we're just going to park everything, let everything run out of the wash plant, get the generator shut off, turn off the water, and I think we're just going to call it a night. I'm way too tired for this. Good morning, guys. So it's 8 o'clock right now. Usually I would get up at 5 a.m., but I was just so tired from last night. Anyways, we're good to go now. I got my coffee, got my breakfast. We're gonna go down, get this fired up, get the last bit of pay put through. Wait a minute. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, guys. So I must have been too tired last night to deal with the tailings, and look what happened. It backed up. It's all over the belt, and that's not good because that's when you're gonna start damaging things. So before we fire up the wash plant again, I'm gonna hop in the excavator, go down there, try to get the tailings cleared away from the belt. Probably haul it somewhere. I'm not sure where we're gonna haul it yet. Where can I put this? So I can't put it in the cut we're at right now because I would have to go down there, make a ramp. That way we can get the rock truck down there, and that's just a waste of time. And I'm gonna go to the lower part of this property for the next cut. So maybe, yeah, if I go up where the fuel truck was parked on the road and just dump it off to the side, I think that might be the best spot for it because I don't plan on mining up there because there's probably over 30 feet of overburden that we would have to move down just to get down to the pay layer. So up there is just going to be a waste site. We're going to bring all the tailings up there at some point, try to make a nice pad up there, and in the future, if we're still on this property, I'm going to move my camp up there, probably move the laydown, and just get down here just for the wash plant and stuff like that. Or it might be mined out down here. I'm not too sure yet. We just got to wait and see until we get there, but for right now we'll try to get a pad made up there so I can move the camps. Alright guys, so I got enough move right now that everything is cleared. We're gonna go up in the rock truck, dump this off the edge of the road, and that way we can come down. So my plan was too far up, try to run this last bit of pay through, but it seems like a waste of time just for the amount we got here. So we're gonna go back to hauling more pay up, do that for another 3 to 4 hours, and that way we're able to run again probably for 8 to 10 hours tonight. Hopefully the cut will be done by then, and by tomorrow or the next day we can go down to the bottom end of the property and try to get that stripped. I'm hoping I get a dozer by then, but I still have no luck finding one. But there is still a couple more people I need to contact just to see if I can use theirs or buy it. I just sent over $45,000 for this rock truck, which I think is a good price. This is going to help me out a lot. We did go back and forth on the price, but at the end we went 45. But guys, this is going to be it for this video, and if you guys are enjoying the mining series and would like to see more videos like this in the future, smash the like button, subscribe, and consider turning on notifications. That way you're notified every time I post a video. And until the next one, I'll see you guys later.